Hey guys, welcome back to Plague Inc. Evolved, and we are now here with the virus, which I've named the KCT virus. It's just a name that really suited, and sort of named after a few people, but that's nonetheless. So we got the welcome one again and start. This time I thought a little more into it, and I'm actually gonna start with a weird country down here. I'm gonna start here in the Philippines for no reason other than small. See, random, so it can be quite hard to do, but what we are going to do is we're going to just hit up, burst out, and do a basic full force run of it. So I increase the air, although, okay, ships, that's going to be a little harder, because it is a port only. So if I get air, so once I then get it out, so I'm sort of gonna assist mutations already. So we may need to move a little faster than I was expecting. And then we got here, viral instability, makes it more unstable for more random. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to do that a little bit before we get there, so the final leg has a lot more mutations. But once this gets out, you can just keep it in the Philippines. Once it then gets out, I'm hoping it will just spread like wildfire. So then boost up water again. High sensitivity. Which region's particularly vulnerable? I'm going to keep that there. Not particularly my favourite things. Okay, so then now we're starting to spread out. New mind disease is spreading. Okay, so the cure's started already. So then drug resistance. So saying got that little bit of protection, I can start nausea. Okay, so then we're in Japan. So it is spreading, not as fast as I was hoping, but there you have it. So then you can now sort of see some of the connections starting to spar up. Okay, Madagascar's infected. Insomnia's now. Oh. Let's pause that for a second. Everything just suddenly started jumping up. Okay. Oh, it's just about to start there again. I'm gonna get that. Start getting some of these. It's starting to spread quite a bit now. The thing about viruses, you just don't need to like save and spend for symptoms because it mutates on its own. So while you can always add your own, like here, paranoia, insomnia, both spurted from before. Holy god, that was a lot. So then spread down here. Transmission we could probably upgrade as well. Get there. Okay, we don't have enough of that though. So now you can then sort of see it's now all dispersing, and we really need to infect Greenland before they close ports, otherwise there's literally no way of infecting them, whereas others you can sort of get across borders. Then if we get that, we can try prevent their progress as much as possible. First death. So now we're starting to get people dying, which from paralysis. So it's really small amount of lethality, but it is lethality still. Okay, seizures. Okay, so there is a chance we may fail this. Okay, so we got Greenland. So let's pause this, let's go get that again. So we don't transmission as much. Let's then start get viral instability, so then it will start doing it even more, and then we'll just see. Oh, Canada's big, so we want to make sure we actually get everyone in Canada. So if we bulk it up, so 16% still healthy. Sweden we haven't gotten yet, but now it's basically just almost a run. See, lots going on there. Tumours is now a symptom. Oh, so we may not get this because we may not get Sweden because they've closed borders, so we may have lost this already because of Sweden, which isn't increases infectivity, expression, hot climates, and chance of mutations. Alright, so that's poor. Or what is Sweden considered? Okay, so we got human countries, we have poor countries, we have rich countries, we have rural countries. Not considered. It's not considered urban either. Arid, no. See, Sweden's complicated. Sweden, I hate you so much. So let's just bulk up some of these symptoms. Why the hell not? And then just sort of hope for the best. Because I don't think I'm actually going to do this because of Sweden, which is a real pain. Nope, I've got Sweden. So it's a good thing I just boost up the infectious rate through sneezes and etc. And now it's just hope of getting everyone. So that's 37. So there are no healthy people left. Okay, so let's slow down progression on the cure, because people are dying pretty fast. So if we slow them down, should mean that we have enough time to kill everyone. Diarrhea is now mutated. Because these mutations are still coming, it's making lethality occasionally increase depending on, of course, the symptom they get. So then there's still a billion people left in the world. Projectile vomiting, this is infectivity. So still on 80%, and it's gonna then start. Speaking of which is okay, so we got insomnias. One, we have seizures. So there are a few there, and it's making it quite hard. So Peru's just the government, that's starting to go black because we've coming up for the 100 million mark on survivors. So there's not much they can now really do. Immune suppression. Where's immune suppression? That may come in handy eventually. Diarrhea. Okay, immune suppression, so we tend to get that anyway. So the world is now practically dead. We got 50 million and dropping rather rapidly. 10 million. Now 7 million, 5 million, 4 million, 3 million, and 2 million. 1 million. So then, who we got? We still got Iran, we got Russia, and Central America. So Central America's doing quite well. So it's odd that those are the three countries that are still remaining in it. I would have expected a more wealthier country, but pneumonia, the last edition, we have so to destroy. So once that gets to 100,000, let's see who the surviving country. Oops, symptoms. So we've got sneezing and diarrhea. That's just plain unpleasant. So Russia looks still in it by the looks of it. So we've just got under 100, and Russia's the last survivor of the KCT virus. And 1,000 and 0. Victory. Okay. So we've done 1,045 days. 85% cure progression. Not the best. But then looking at this infected areas, how infected. I started in the Philippines, bear in mind. And I boosted up infection, so by the time it got out, it spread everywhere really quickly. So then that was about half the time through, and we got already the majority of the world. So it was then basically just pumping up till everyone was infected before basically dropping the final time bomb. Because people were already starting to die at this point. It was mainly just getting to the exact point. But that's going to be it for this. And I will see you guys in the next one, which is fungus, if I remember correctly. So bye guys.